Today is 1049 day that I'm sure lessons to learning how to support you in your goals allow you to become the person you want to become. Today is a very, very interesting topic. And the topic is about really hurting yourself, others, you. And so this the saying is the buck stops here is very, very essential. And today is very interesting. I will share like 14 different scenarios when people could get hurt and they transfer or choose not to transfer the goodness or the badness. And I think that sometimes we're able to find that some people take all the things but not giving anything in return. So the first topic that I want to read, the first one of the 14 is person could be hurt and at the same time could hurt others. That means that when you think about really childhood, a kid could be abused. And because that kid was abused, what they could do? They could choose to be abusive parents themselves. This could be abusive to their own kids. And even though they hated the behavior of their parents, they choose to become exactly the same parent that they have seen. A lot of times it's just they never seen anything else. They never seen a role model. But again, whose fault it is? What is the fault of the parents? And maybe that it's their fault of their parents and their parents and their parents. So there was a line of people who were hurting their kids, generation after generation. There was that a river of hurts was going through that legacy of that family. And of course, we're able to choose at some point. If you hurt, do we choose to hurt? I think that a lot of times people choose to hurt because the things that they experience so commonly, they start to normalize that bad behavior because when you experience something so constantly, every single day, sometimes that bad behavior becomes normal. And because in your mind it becomes normal, you start doing exactly the same to other people. So hurt people because they just normalize their struggle, normalize that is normal thing to do. Number two option is person could be hurt, but add value to others. So it means that it could be exactly the same scenario that a kid was abused while they were kids. They had terrible childhood, but now they have that awareness, understanding, and they take full ownership of that experience. They take full ownership of healing their wounds, and they are much much better. They don't want their kids to go through the same thing, so they are willing to invest in their own growth, their own understanding, in their own reflection and awareness that they could be the best parents ever. And again, this is amazing when people are able to catch themselves that no, I don't want to be like my parents. I don't want to be like that kind of person who hurt me. I don't want to act the same way that I had the way I was hurt. When someone hurt me, I don't want to transfer exactly the same hurt to others. Because it's just not about parenting and about any kind of hurt. It could be someone cheated on you, and now you said, okay, if someone was cheating on me, now I will cheat on someone else as well. But not transferring and say that this box stops at my place. It happened, but I will never do that to other person. Third option is that a person could be that added value to, but hurt others. It might be that someone who really grew up in amazing family, loving family, and maybe they were not seen enough, or maybe they had a wrong community and they for some reason chose the wrong environment, chose wrong association, and they hurt other people. There's people as well who really have amazing childhood, but choose total different path. Again, this is again every single person would have a choice, and there's a lot of different reasons, uh, and I think that they were hurt as well in different way. But a lot of times people could be added value to, but they choose to hurt other people anyway. Number four is person could be added value to, and at the same time, that person chooses to add value to other people as well. And this is the best one thing that I could imagine or examples is really mentorship is one of the most beautiful things. You get mentored and you mentor other people at the same time. You get mentored and you mentor. So that means that the more valuable insights you get, the more insights you're able to give to others. And I think that when you really want you to give those insights to other people, the more you are seeking to get mentored. by people who know more. It's a beautiful thing when you really seek that, seek to be added value to that you could give, because you're not able to give what you do not have. It's a very, very important saying. You're not able to give what you do not have. The fifth is a person could hurt themselves and hurt others. So it means it could be that nobody hurts, nobody added value to a person, but person choose to hurt themselves. Again, it might be that in unseen. At the same time, if they choose to hurt themselves, it could be hurt others as well. So, like, person could be having a very low self-esteem, negative thoughts, criticize themselves at the same time, going around the world to criticize everyone and putting everyone down at the same time as well. Again, this is a person that nobody wants to be around. Number six is a person could hurt themselves, but at the same time could add value to others. The easiest example is that a person who is a massive depression, they're hurting themselves with the negative self-talk that they have, maybe even hurt themselves physically. But by hurting themselves, they still are able to go do volunteering, give add value to other people, and give their time, energy, money to other people just to make sure that they support. They don't get support. They got neglected by themselves, but they are willing to really give themselves to other people. And that's unfortunate, but that's what it is. Number seven, a person could be added value to, but hurt themselves. So that means that it might be that a lot of people around them, they have amazing association. A lot of people want to say kind of words to them. They give compliments. But there are some people, including myself, when I was 24 years old, from 20 to 24, I used to be quite negative person. So I was able to switch everything what you said positive to make it negative. I was able to change everything to negativity. And it's I was fortunate enough to meet people who finally showed me that. And a lot of times, I give a lot of times a lot of credit to books, because through books I understood myself a little bit better because I was able to reflect. But again, a lot of times people could be added value to, but hurt themselves. I was hurting myself by having those self negative talks that leads to disappointment, not feeling fulfilled. Number eight is a person could hurt others, but add value to themselves. So that means that's a person could hurt others but add value to themselves. So that means it could be that the person really have very competitive environment and a job, and it hurts and tries to bring down everyone. But at the same time, they give themselves the most credit. It could be that they bring someone else down and they say, this is everything what I did by myself. This is whole company, but I did everything by myself. So bring it down everyone else, but elevating themselves. And that's a lot of times this high ego problems, a lot of different problems, but there is some people who hurt others, but and giving themselves and add value to themselves. Number nine is a person could add value to themselves, but hurt themselves. That means a person could really go out and so focus on building a business, building career, building something meaningful for themselves, and forget about people. Forget about relations. Forget about that other people really want your time. That means that really a person is adding value to themselves, massive value, sometimes even by not knowing that it could hurt other people, because they think that they do for other people, but a lot of times they do for themselves much more about other people, because other people need your time, not your money. And again, by other people, could be that you add about yourself but hurt other people. Number 10 is person could hurt themselves and add value themselves at the same time. That's an interesting thing, that you are able to hurt yourself and add just value to yourself. And a lot of times people who are really believing in personal growth in the business and they go after the business, but for some reason they really build something important and really build that skill set. But at the same time, they have that self doubt and they start to sabotage themselves. And they work very hard on their skills, but they slowing down themselves. So that means they grow themselves and hurt themselves at the same time. Number 11 is that a person could be added value to, but remain neutral towards others. It means it could be that a lot of times people add value really uh, throws a lot of, even mentorship, they put a lot of insights on you, but you don't do anything with that insights. You don't transfer to other people, just keep it to yourself. And this is not that good as well, because you are taker but not giver, because in life it's supposed to be givers and takers. But if we are just taking without giving, then of course that becomes a minus. And it's very, very important to understand that. Number 12 is person could hurt others but remain neutral toward themselves. That means that it could be that a manager makes hard decisions towards others, but they don't make very similar decisions for themselves. It might be that a manager has very, very high standards for themselves. No, a manager has high standards for other people, but they do not have any standards for themselves. And then they are very neutral to themselves. They have said, "Oh, just my intentions are good." They judge other people by their actions, but they judge themselves by an intentions. And a lot of times when they do that, and this is a habit tendency that a lot of people do that. They judge other person by their actions, but we judge ourselves by our intentions. Number 13 is a person could be added value to, but sabotage their relationships. And this is very, very important to understand that we could really add value to ourselves by taking a lot of action, but we might sabotage ourselves and relations. And I didn't mention that people who are entrepreneurs, they spend so much time on building a business that they could potentially start neglecting their relationships and sabotage their relationships, or sabotage they whatever they have. Because I think a lot of times we have standards, and when we reach next level and we are above our standards, we a lot of times will sabotage ourselves regarding money, regarding relationships, regarding everything. So that means we able to add a value to ourselves until we reach our standards. And we need to be very careful to reach that standard if we are not willing to elevate that standard, because we need to elevate our standards constantly. And we reach those new standards constantly to reach the best version of us. And number 14, the last one is a person could be neither hurt nor added value, but hurt others anyway. That means that it could be like a person who is really acting on bullying. It could be that a person who is a bullying, it could be, we could not be hurted by other people. It could be that they, that person is not added value. Maybe it was indifferent and that's why they bullied others, and that could be hurt other people as well. So it's an interesting thing that there are so many times when we able to look into what you're supposed to do. Should we transfer that emotion? Should we transfer what we got to other people, or should we break that cycle? And we always need to ask, okay, is that negativity or positivity? So positivity, when we get a lot of value, you need to transfer that to others. But when you get negativity, you need to say, this is the buck stops with me. This was the last time when someone hurt people like this. And really moving forward through that. I think that when people would be willing to reflect on that, and really, because I think that negativity keeps going, keep moving forward, because people are not willing, because they feel that there's some kind of revenge needs to happen. There's some kind of revenge needs to happen. But a lot of times that revenge goes onto people who never deserved it, because that person now who didn't deserve received neglect and hurt. That person feels that I need my revenge, and they put revenge on people who do not deserve that. And that's why we always need to say that, okay, I didn't deserve this. This was not my fault. But I'm able to say, even though that's not my fault, even though I didn't deserve that, even though I was not ready for it, I'm able to say this was it. This is enough. I'm only person who needs to hurt because of that. And I think it's very, very powerful. It's very, very wise to be able to understand that, because I said a lot of times we normalize our hurt. We believe that it's normal behavior because we experienced that. And being able to reflect, understanding what is really hurtful behavior and not add in our daily life. And we're able to say, okay, what are the positive behavior as well? Because a lot of times we have something very, very extraordinary good things happen to our lives, and we normalize as well. Just as a normal thing. No, it's not normal. Good things need to be transferred. as not normal things. We appreciate those good things. And hurtful is not supposed to transfer as well because it's not normal either. So I think that there's an even more deeper conversation about it. But I want you to you reflect on your hurtful experience, on your experience that which you were added value to. And do you transfer the things that you got value? And do you stop the buck where you were hurt? So I hope you should reflect and choose to win. Okay. I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.